For other Koreans watching this who are maybe thinking, oh, I'll just do the job search by myself. Maybe I don't need a coach. Or maybe they're considering it, but they're not sure yet. What do you think? Would you
Mm.
recommend this?
Of course, because I already recommend a few friends to, this program because the biggest reason is that
JK spent over 10 years at the same company and was ready for a change. However, Singapore's job market is competitive and she wasn't sure how to stand out. Rather than facing all the challenges of international job searching alone, we created a personalized strategy that showed her unique value to every company she applied to. Now she not only has a senior level global marketing role, which she earned in much less time than the average job search, she also feels so much more confident about her LinkedIn, using English in business situations, impressing global hiring teams, and the future of her career. JK, great to see you again. It's been like 10 months. Happy to get reconnected.
thank you for inviting to here, Grant. I also happy to see you again.
Totally, totally. So why don't we start from the beginning? What first motivated you to reach out and then join the Career Accelerator?
I was in the situation to find some new opportunity outside of my previous companies because I've been in one company for a long time. So I really need to be out of my comfort zone. So I'm thinking where I start. My answer was that's okay. Let's start with my resume, which I have done for many years. So how I can make it perfect or make it attractive for external, the recruiters. So that's why I really want to find some experience and then understanding about Korean the candidates, especially for me, because I'm not good in I'm not native speaker, but now I'm looking for opportunity in Singapore, which is everywhere everybody is native speakers, right? So that's why I try to find some one is how we can build up my stories together with experienced consultant. The other is that if this person can improve my English mistakes or the confidence in English interview or resume. So that's why I look for someone who can help that ways, and then my friends also recommend you, and then after I had the trial lesson. I think this is the one I have been looking for.
Awesome, love hearing that. Yeah, I think you mentioned it had been 10 years since you had been in the job market. That's quite a long time. A lot of stuff has changed from like, what was that, 2013 versus last year. So you mentioned the resume edit, and a lot of people, they think I'm just a resume editor. Maybe I can give them a few basic interview answers. How did this program compare with what you were expecting at the beginning?
Yeah, it's very interesting because I thought like you just described, I thought this is just a resume editing, interview skill set improvement, something like that. But when I saw your curriculum and then your documents, all the videos in my first session, that I was quite surprised that it's not about just the skill, and it's not about just the resume. It's more about my life, and then what my vision is on my work experience. I mean, my career, journey. So for me, it's more important to build up those stories. What the most important thing I consider in my career life and career journey. And then your program, your template is all about that. What is your vision and mission, and then how linked to these to your, your dream job or next job, something like that. So it's not about just, the skill set, but you actually dig into my deep in the mind, like how I, think of my whole career journey, and then my life, and then my point of view, and then my value, I put on high priority, something like that. So that's all linked to this resume, and then my interview. So that is the most different thing, what I expected, and then from other coaches as well, because they normally, suggest like the skill, how you improve your interview skill, something like that. But for me, this is more important because I want to build up my whole career stories, and then actually your templates make it possible from scratch. So I should remind from when I graduated university, what was my first dream job, and then how I have been making a dot, and then now your role was more on like how we connecting those dots, what I have been done. So I think this connecting dot is my story, and then this story never goes away. This is not a one-time thing, and then I can continue my story with this connecting dots after your session, and then maybe 10 years later. So that is the biggest accomplishment from your program I had.
Awesome. I love hearing that. Yeah. I think sometimes, well, I really appreciate that, JK. Thanks. I think sometimes people growing up in Korea, they're so focused on their next exam. And then maybe when they get their jobs, they're so focused on the next project, they got to work overtime, meeting the deadlines, that maybe they don't have the time to really think about that deeply and assess, like, what do I really want? What will fulfill me? So I love that that's part of the program that stood out to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
Awesome. So you said that was one of the big results. What were some other results from us working together? Did you get a new job? What happened with your job search?
I got several chances from other companies, like, have interviews. And then, so I, after, of course, I failed several interviews, but successful several interviews. So finally, I got, the good opportunity to start the regional marketing role, manager role in a global multinational company. So that's really, amazing, because and then I was really relieved when I was with you, the work with you. Then I had that kind of opportunity, and then we make the great result. So now, I'm working in new company. And then also, as I mentioned, that not only for the interview, but also I think your program helps me to, introduce about myself, and then how confident I am, in the company. That all, linked to your program. So it's really helpful, even even after starting my job too.
Love hearing that. That is so awesome, JK. Yeah, from the first time we met, I knew we'd be able to make something great happen. You are such a talented marketer. You're likable. So I am happy with this result, but I'm not surprised. You did a great job.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, you talked a little bit about developing those skills, developing that confidence, and how that can help you in the future. How do you feel about your LinkedIn profile, your networking, resume, interview abilities? How are those different now versus before you joined the program?
Of course, your program includes those minor skill sets, but it's not minor, to be honest. Sometimes the detail makes a bigger impact. So I learned a lot of those details from your template and then your session. So sometimes I feel that, this is the right expression, or is good to add, or need to delete. I have no confidence about those, my resume and then my LinkedIn profile. But I had a clear guidance from you about how my LinkedIn profile or in my resume can be looked attractive from or make a difference, different impact from other candidates. So who have a similar, the experience, because of course I'm working in marketing area. Everyone has the different stories about their work experience, but anyway, sometimes we compete each other with a similar experience, and then
True.
in that sense, it's very important to highlight what I can do differently. I can different,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
what I have different the features, and then contribute to that that role or that company. So company cannot recognize. Of course, that they need to learn more about me from interviews, but when they see my resume for the first time, it's really important to catch that I have a different thing from others. So
Yes.
that's what you advised me about those LinkedIn profile and then resume. So that's the most different thing. That's the most biggest thing I made differently previously and then now.
Love that. Yeah. I completely agree. Your LinkedIn, your resume, it is unique. It shows things about you that nobody else can say. And
Mm,
that's what hiring teams are looking for. They're looking for someone memorable that can bring a unique skill set to their team.
mm.
So, for other Koreans watching this who are maybe thinking, oh, I'll just do the job search by myself. Maybe I don't need a coach. Or maybe they're considering it, but they're not sure yet. What do you think? Would you
Mm.
recommend this?
Of course, because I already recommend a few friends to, this program, because the biggest reason is that finding opportunity, job opportunity is not short term. It would be a long journey sometimes, and then
Mhm.
of course everyone has their own, the dream job or dream position. So to achieve that, the chance and then make it successful, I think it's better to have your own running mate. So
Mhm.
Grant, you are kind of my running mate. So whenever
Sure,
I
sure.
was tired, and then maybe I feel depressed, or when something didn't go well, then I feel very depressed. Oh, I'm not that perfect, or I'm not qualified, something like that. But you always encourage me, like, oh, maybe, you are the good talent, and then let's make it a story, and then we can do it together. And then it's not only you, and then I can support you whatever you need. So that's why, Grant, in your session, it's not just a 1A session. We always talk about my requirements, my request, my personal request, like oh, I think this part I'm very weak in, and then you always respond, why not? You don't have to stick to my template or my curriculum. We can spend some time on your request today, and then we can develop. We can do it in another way, something like that. So it's quite flexible and then customized. So I think if people think that this is very standard, or normal program, but I think it's not. It's not. It's definitely customized to our own request, and then own concern, or own weak and strengths. So I
Mhm.
definitely recommend you, because you are the one who coaches that part as well, beside to your great curriculum. So that's the reason I want to recommend your program to any Korean, but also other, anyone can, yeah.
Thank you so much,
I think
JK.
satisfied your program, definitely.
Absolutely. Well, I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you so much for the support and for the recommendations from I've already had someone close to you join the program because of your recommendation. So thank you for that.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. And thank you for your time again, telling your career story. I think it's so impressive what you've done. 10 years without job searching, that's such a long time. You were able to stand out, make it happen. And like you said earlier, I think the skills you learned, they're going to help you for as long as you work, for the rest of your career.
Thank you, Grant. Again, thanks for giving me this opportunity to share my experience, and then, yeah, the advertising your program, and then, yeah, I mean, I as and then my success. So yeah, that's really honor to me. So as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JK. The 2025 job market is tough. It's even tougher if it's in another country or not in your native language. But you don't have to face it all alone. You don't have to feel lost, confused, or frustrated. You definitely don't have to struggle for months trying to figure out everything by yourself. Check out the link below to learn more about how we can make your global career dreams happen together.